Hey there, Heather. Hello there. Jeff Gordon. Welcome you to a special video here for September 16th, and it's an off day before the playoffs. We'll get to a playoff preview, but we'll show you the league leaders in many categories for this year. Well, Ty Cobb won the American League batting title with a 396 average, and the guy freaking was monstrous. 46 batting points ahead of second place was Roberto Clemente at the 1960 Pittsburgh Pirates. That's the Forbes Field Pirates, as I call them. And Ted Williams, a 350 average for Boston. Home runs, Juan Gonzalez put up not one, but 40 home runs to lead the American League by 4 over Frank Howard, his teammate, and 35 by Moises Alou of the 97 Marlins, Harmon Killebrew of the Twins legends, Mickey Mantle of the 1961 Yankees, and A-Rod of the 61 of the Seattle Legends. RBIs, Joe DiMaggio won that over Hank Greenberg by 2, with Jim Edmonds taking third. So if you look at the top 3 in every category, in the 3 Triple Crown categories, no guy has had 2 of the top 3. Ty Cobb doesn't make the top 10 in home runs or RBIs. Roberto Clemente doesn't. Ted Williams doesn't even do that. So yeah. On base percentage, Ted Williams won with a 47% average, beating Ty Cobb and Mickey Mantle. Slugging percentage, Frank Howard of Texas beat one goal by 1 percentage point, with Jim Edmonds third. OPS, on base plus slugging, Ted Williams with a 1.053 for Boston, who lost on the final day of the year to lose their wildcard chance. Wins above replacement, Ty Cobb 9.6. Like, who would replace him? At bats, Shane Victorino for the 2008 Philadelphia Phillies. I don't know if he missed a game or not. I don't think he did. Oh, 158 games. Okay, so he did miss a few games. But yeah, he beats Moises Alou and Ty Cobb for at bats. Hits, right? Yeah, hits. Ty Cobb, 261 hits. Man, he would shatter Ichiro's record. Not Bourgeois, second, 224. Roberto Clemente, 218 hits. I never would have thought he would be top 3. Runs, Ty Cobb crossed the plate 154 times, or almost 1 per game. How many games did Cobb play in? 156. So he almost crossed the plate once every game. That's the thing. Garrick second, 141. Trish Baker third, 138. Doubles, Kirby Puckett of the 91 Twins with 54. Triples, Trish Speaker of the Red Sox with 21. Total bases, Ty Cobb beats Juan Gonzalez by 8. Stolen bases, Cobb 125. George Brown of the 1905 New York Giants, second with 87. Kenny Lofton of the 94 Tribe and Ichiro both had 84. So yeah, Ty Cobb led that. Caught stealing. Ryan Howard whiffed 139 times. You know, it's sink or swim. Him, Reggie Jackson, and Troy Glaus are sluggers, so sink or swim. Walks, Ted Williams walked 135 times. Sacrifice hits, Wilbur Good of the 1916 Phillies and Roger Pettenpal of the 1924 Washington Suns with 17 sacrifice hits. Sac flies, Harry Davis with 17 of them for the Shive team, or the 1905 A's. Extra base hits, Lou Gehrig, 84. Isolated power, Frank Howard won that. OPS plus, Jim Edmonds. Win probability added, Ty Cobb. Weighted OBA, Ted Williams. And that's it for the American League. Now let's check the National Leagues. The batting title was won by Lefty O'Doul, narrowly over Roger Hornsby and his teammate Billy Hamilton. Home runs, Andre the Hawk Dawson, 41. He beats Barry Bonds by 1, with Wes Covington coming in shockingly in third place with 37 of the 57 Braves, and Willie Mays of the 54 Giants. RBIs, Chuck Klein, Philly Chuck Klein beat Baker Bowl Chuck Klein in RBIs, 154, 140. David Wright took third with 139. So to me, Lefty O'Doul tied for fourth in RBIs. Rogers Hornsby doesn't make, well, was 7th in RBIs, and Alien. On base percentage, Hamilton 48.3%. The speedster slugging percentage, Chuck Klein of Baker Bowl, Fame 62.5. OPS was David Wright 106. Hamilton was on base a lot, but he couldn't slug, and Chuck Klein couldn't get on base enough. Wins above replacement, Hamilton 10, beating David Wright by an inch. At bats, Don Mueller of the 54 Giants, 668 of them. Frisco Thompson second, and Ken Griffey Sr. of the 75 Reds. Hits, Hornsby with 231, beating Chuck Klein, Baker Chuck Klein, and Billy Hamilton of Philly. runs. Hamilton cross played 172 times. How many games did he play? 154. So Del Hunty second, Jackie Robinson third. Doubles, Pete Rose Sr., 67. Wow. A lot of them. Triples, Paul Wainer put up 25 of them. Total bases, Chuck Klein of Baker Bowl wins 385. Stolen bases, Billy Hampton 136. Second place, 89 by Jackie Robinson. Strikeouts, Miguel Sano 167. Brian Buxton 138. So the Target Twins struck out a lot. But Mark Bellhorn struck out 136 times. Fuck, I like Mark Bellhorn. Walks, Bonds 126 times. Sacrifice hits, Hamilton with 15. Sac flies, Chuck Klein with 14 of them. Philly, Chuck Klein. Extra base hits, Bakerville, Chuck Klein 90. Isolated power, Barry Bonds. OPS plus is David Wright. Win probability, Billy Hamilton. And weighted OBA was David Wright. Now let's look at the pitching leaders. Ashley, we'll start with Ashley. ERA, Greg Maddux 2.5. Sandy Koufax and Kevin Brown 2.61 each. Tannehill, Venezuela, Burshurst, Dennis Martinez, and Ray Jones. Wins, Seaver put up 26 of them. My biggest shock is Teddy Aguero tied for fifth with 21, but Seaver with 26. Koufax had 23. Pete Alexander and Bob Gibson both had 22. Wow. Losses, Jose Contreras and Lefty Williams lost 21 times. A lot of them. Saves, Mitch Williams 50 for the Phillies, beating Brian Wilson of San Fran with 44. Sean Marshall with 42. I'm surprised Sean Marshall is top 3. I don't think he's really much a closer. Winner of replacement, it's Greg Maddux. Innings pitched, 255 innings for Greg Maddux of the Braves legends. Koufax and Randy Jones are 2-3. Complete games, Greg Maddux with 12. Karius Nancy with 10. Dickie Kerr with 9. Too bad that he's probably going to be on the outs. But we will see. I think he might get lucky. I think that we'll probably let Kerr take the ring for another team. Anyway, shutouts. Lincecum, Matheson, Peavy, all with 4. Pretty good. Strikeouts, Pedro, 202 to lead the National League. Kurt Schilling second, 185. Josh Johnson, 163 for Miami. Walks, Field walked 125 guys despite being 17-9. Strikeouts per walk, Kurt Schilling, number 1. 2 Greg Maddoxes, the 99 Braves Maddox, and the Braves legendary Maddox, second, third. Strikeouts per 9 innings. Pedro has that with Kurt Schilling second, Josh Johnson third. Well, Jose Barrios is close too. Walks per 9 innings. Deacon Philippe, 0.9. He did pretty well. Maddox with the 99 Braves and 75 Scary Nolan. Red Scary Nolan. Irvin Santana gave up 43 home runs. Well, he lost 19 games. The whip, walks plus hits per innings pitched. Maddox the best with Koufax, Kevin Brown trailing behind him. ERA plus, Greg Maddux, BAP. I hate that. Opponent's average, Jason Schmidt did well, 231 against him. Win percentage, Seaver 929. Well, the shutdowns, holds, Hamels had 13 holds. Quality starts, Greg Maddux 25 for the Braves. Dennis Martinez and Dazzy Vance right there. All right, and now we'll go to the American League. I apologize. I'm hiccuping a lot. Okay. Anyway, ERA, Eddie Cicotti under 2. Wow, this guy 22-6. He's good. Frank Tanana second, and Walsh third. Wins, Jared Richard with 25. So is Frank Tanana. Guitry 23 wins. Johnny Padres put up 22 losses. He won't be coming back probably. Mo Rivera 45 saves for the Yankees legends. He won the saves title over Willie Hernandez 44. Jay Gibbon of the 1960 Forbes field team took third with 43. Joe Gibbon, I mean. Why did I call him Jay? Wow. 43 saves by the Forbes team. Wins above replacement, Andy Joss, 9.6. Cy Young, Wilson Johnson, second and third. Innings pitched, Cicotti, 262. Innings pitched, Faber, second. Remember, Faber is the pitcher who came into the game unexpectedly against the Bo Sox and knocked them out of the playoffs. Complete games, Cicotti had 15 complete games. Shutouts, Ed Bush had 7. Cicotti with 5. I'd be spooked if you faced the White Sox. Strikeouts, Randy Johnson, 208. Crushing J.R. Richard and Max Scherzer. Walks, Paul Abbott put up 134 walks despite being above 500. Strikeouts per walks, Young 4.4. Strikeouts per 9 innings, Randy Johnson now Max Scherzer. Cy Young 0.8 walks per 9 innings, great job for him. Home runs against, Jamie Wire put up 39 against. Well, he's known for that. Frank Tanana, best whip, 1.01. Jared Richard had the best win percentage, 883 with Tanana. Quality search, Jerry Richard and Frank Tanana. So yeah, so let's go to team stats. I guess we can't do that. Yeah, they'll just go through everything now. Pitching stats. Alright, so we're going to go to the... Oh, no, sorry. Let's go to the playoff news listing. Am I going news listing or no? Well, they give us the league reports and all that. League events. The playoffs begin September 16th. I do. Okay, so where... Oh, standings, right. Oh, league leader and stats. Okay, that's where I'm... Alright, so... Here we go. Here are the playoffs. So we're going to go through all 8 matchups going on. And because every round's a best of 7, I can do the playoffs that each one of the 8 series will get at least 1 game. So here's what's going to happen. So the playoffs start on the 17th, right? Oh yeah, there's the gap in the days, right? So I actually have to check the upcoming schedule. So let's see here. September 22nd. So until the 26th. So the 27th will not have anyone. All right, so bear with me here. All right, so we'll go back to the playoffs. So this is the first matchup. The 8 seed Seattle Mariners against the 1 seed New York Yankees. Seattle won 104 games. The Yankees won 119. First in the Seattle third in their division behind Cleveland and the White Sox. Look at the winning percentage. 76% at home, 51.51 on the road for Seattle. Yankees 80% at home, 66% on the road. That's great. Yankees and Seattle met 6 times. The Yankees have crushed them 5 out of 6 times. They're number 1 in runs scored, 6th in runs against. Just to see the best guy and all that. Yeah, I guess team history. We don't really need team report history. All right. So the pitching matchup. Randy Johnson will go first against Brian Gaytree. Hisashi Iwakuma faces Red Ruffing. Whitey Ford faces Felix Hernandez. Babe Ruth faces Eric Hansen. Yeah, it's a 4-man rotation. So Seattle's got Johnson, Iwakuma, Hernandez, and Hansen. Yankees go with Gaytree, Ruffing, Ford, and Babe Ruth. I don't know why you go Babe Ruth. Honestly, I would put someone else. Well, that's round 1. Anyway, next up on the list is the 7-2 matchup. That's Oakland versus the Angels. I think that's the 7-2 matchup. Oh no, sorry, that's if we look at the playoff tree, I think that's 5-4, isn't it? Oakland and Anaheim? Yeah. 5 versus 4 was Oakland and the Angels. And the Angels only won by 1 game in the division, so that's huge. Oakland 72% at home, 65% on the road. Angels 81% at home, 58% on the road. Not good. Oakland took the Angels 4 out of 6 times, so Oakland is the favorite to maybe pull a rabbit out of their hat. They are 4th in runs and 8th against. The Angels are 10th in runs in the American League and 2nd in runs against, so their pitching will be the big one. The A's will go with Chief Bender, Lefty Grove, Rube Waddell, and Eddie Plank, your front 4. The Angels, Dean Chance, Eddie Messersmith, Greg Tanana, and Jarrett Weaver are the big 4. Cleveland and the White Sox, that is probably the 6-3 matchup, I think. Yep. Cleveland got crushed by the White Sox for the AL North, 115 to 110. 72% at home for Cleveland, 63 on the road. White Sox 76 home, 65 away. They only met 3 times. Usually you see 6, but That's weird how they only met 3 times. And Cleveland swept the White Sox. Cleveland's 9th in runs scored, 5th against. White Sox are 11th in runs, but they're number 1 in runs against. Their pitching staff is stingy. The White Sox will use Sandy Cicotte, Doug White, Ed Walsh, and Brad Faber to get their big 4. Sabathia, Lee, Feller, and Joss for Cleveland. Minnesota and Detroit. The 7-2 matchup, the Twins clinched, I think, second last day of the season. Well, they were second, and they're both in the same division, Twins and Tigers. That's a strange thing that 3 of the 4 matchups are divisional matchups because Oakland and the Angels are from the AL West, Cleveland and the White Sox from the AL North, and the Twins, Tigers from the AL Central. So anyway, the Twins got crushed by Detroit, 118 wins to 108. Twins 69% at home, 64 on the road, 72. So the Tigers even split. But here's the funny thing. Despite the Twins only winning 108 and the Tigers winning 118 and finishing 1 back of the Yankees for the 1 seed, the Twins won 5 out of 6 against the Tigers. So they are huge. 3 of the 4 teams that are the underdogs actually won the season series against the opposite other. The Yankees are the only exception. So the Twins, 7th in runs scored, 4th against. Tigers are 3rd in both categories. The Twins have Johan Santana, Dutch Leonard, Walter Johnson, and Brett Bylam in pitching. Let's not forget that the Twins also count for the Washington Senators from 1901 to 1960. So the Yankees don't have any problems. Oakland, the athletic squad from the Philly A's days 1901 to 1954, Kansas City days from 55 to 67, and then Oakland further. And the Angels, well, LA Angels and the California Angels and all that shit. Cleveland, the White Sox have never changed. Twins have. Detroit has never changed. Tigers have Hal Newhouser, Max Scherzer, Justin Verlander, and Jim Bunning as their big 4. Now let's go nationally. Cincy versus Philly, 8 versus 1. Cincy 104 wins, Philly 121 wins, number 1 overall in the majors. 76-72 split for Philly with percentages, 64-64 for the Reds. And just like the last 3 matchups, the underdog has done better in the season series. The Reds won 4 out of 6 against Philly. Well, Philly's number 1 in runs scored, and Cincy's number 10. Cincy has Jim Maloney, Johnny Cueto, Johnny Vandermeer, and Mario Soto as their starters. Pete Alexander, Steve Carlton, Chris Short, and Robin Roberts will be up for Philly. Dodgers in Washington. Dodgers 115 wins, Washington 107. The crazy thing is that Washington won the NL North. They're the 4 seed. And the Dodgers have won 115 times. But because the Padres, we'll get to the Padres later, have won more, the Dodgers have to start on the road. 79% at home, 63% on the road for the Dodgers. Washington, 67-64. The Dodgers swept Washington in 1 series, but that was it. The Dodgers are number 1 in runs against, 14th in runs scored. They can't score, but they can prevent it. The Dodgers pitching staff, Clayton Kershaw, Don Sutton, Sandy Koufax, and Nancy Vance. Washington has Pedro Martinez, Steven Strasburg, Dennis Martinez, Steve Rogers, and let's not forget that Washington isn't full Washington. It was Montreal from 69 to 2004 and Washington furthermore. Mets and Pirates, they don't have any major changes. The Mets 112 wins, so did the Pirates, but the Mets took 2nd in their division, so that's why they're technically behind the Pirates. Mets 70% at home, 67 on the road. Pirates 72-65. The Mets won 4 out of 6 against the Pirates this year. Big. 3rd in runs scored, Pittsburgh 5th. Mets have Dwight Gooden, Tom Seaver, David Cohn, and Jerry Kuzman as their big 4. Pittsburgh has Deacon Philippe, John Candelaria, Jesse Tannehill, and Bob Thiel. San Fran, San Diego, the last matchup. The Giants took 3rd in the division. San Diego crushed it with 120 wins. So it's the 2-7 matchup. And we have a team. The Giants are the only one of the 16 playoff teams to not have a better home record than road record. At home there, we're only 65%. On the road, there was 70. And the Padres are only the 2nd higher seeded team to actually win the season series. They took 4 out of 6 against the Giants. The Yankees took more against Seattle, and every other underdog has 1 more. Well, the Padres and Giants are second and third in runs against. And who's number one? The Dodgers. San Diego has Jake Peavy, Randy Jones, Andy Benz, and Bruce Hurst. So big four of the Giants. Of course, we include the New York Giants from 1901 to 1957. From San Francisco, Carl Hubble, Juan Marichal, Tim Lincecum, and Christy Mathewson. So we're going to take a look at all 8 teams. Now, let's check out the Yankees. Settings, players, injury? Yeah, I don't think anyone's a free agent. Transactions, injury list. The Yankees, Herb Pennock will be gone for a year. So Herb Pennock was 16-7. Now he's hurt, and he has to go through elbow ligament surgery. That's bad news for the Yankees because he's pretty good. So let's go back. Oh, okay. We'll go back to the ML standings. Yankees clinched. Tigers. Let's check their injured list. And it's Mike Henneman and Charlie Gehringer. This is the big one. Henneman, okay, fine. Henneman wasn't much. But Charlie Gehringer, that's huge. A torn ACL, he's out 8 months, so he's out till May. And the guy freaking had a 365 batting average. That's going to be huge for the Tigers because they're missing their key second baseman in Charlie Gehringer. They'll have to do with Tony Phillips and Placido Polanco. All right, and the Twins, well, they are in injured list. The Twins don't have Eddie Yost for a month and Bob Allison for about a month too. Yost broke his back muscle early. Well, he was batting 133, so it doesn't matter. Bob Allison was not doing that well, so the Twins they can rest easy in a sense. Okay, so that's the Angels and A's. The Angels, their injured list. Sean Figgins out for a month. Jim Edmonds, this is a big one. He's out for a couple weeks. The Angels better make it because this guy, 31 home runs, 123 RBIs. This will be huge for the A's. With no Edmonds, the Angels are in deep trouble. Sean Figgins, oh, whatever. But yeah, that's the big injury for the Angels. It's Jim Edmonds. Let's go to the A's and see their injured list. Ricky Henderson's out for 3 weeks. Wow. That's a brutal mistake. He's a speedster. Oakland's missing his speed, and Al Simmons will be out for only 4 days. Good news for him. He'll be back in the lineup, I hope. So, yeah. Yeah. I'm just going through the notions. Oakland, I guess I shouldn't. Where's the, oh, I can't show the leaderboards. I don't want to show the leaderboards. Well, I guess I could have done it that way, but. I don't want to show the leaderboards. Okay. There we go. All right. This will make it a little easier. In the North, the White Sox and the Indians and the Mariners. So 3 teams from the AL North got in. The White Sox, let's see their injured list. White Wilhelm is out for 3 weeks. So they've lost their closer. Chris Sale is the closer for the White Sox. He came 37 saves. That's huge for the White Sox if they lose out because of the closer. Because Chris Sale's a good, decent closer. And he did close out the Bull Sox and knock them out of the playoffs. Anyway, let's see here. We gotta go back to the Tribe. 110 wins. Injured list. Carlos Viagra out for 2 weeks. Well, that's a tight one. But I think Cleveland's okay. And the Seattle Mariners, who got in on the final day of the year. Can you imagine? Injured list. Brett Boone's out 3 to 4 months with a torn cruciate ligament. I think he suffered that early in the year because he's only been in 3 games. So that's actually kind of a blow. I mean, yeah, they have Harold Reynolds, Alex Rodriguez at second base, but still, Brett Boone, Did it tell me when he got hurt? Or yeah, I know he's out. Yeah, March 26th was his last game. Wow, that is huge. Seattle did it without him. I just want to see how, you know, the division graph, like the schedule. Because if you look at the month of September, they did pretty well in September. They were what, one, two, three, four, one. Okay, so they won 5-1, 10-2. They were 11-3 in the month of September. Imagine that. They lose once to the Jays. They sweep the 64 Cardinals. They sweep the 94 Expos. They win 2 out of 3 against Candlestick, and they win 2 out of 3 against Detroit. And I thought Detroit was going to trip them up, but no, didn't happen. Didn't happen, bitch. NL East, Philly and the Mets. Philly, 121 wins. Their injured list, Kurt Simmons at torn UCL. He's basically done for a while. He was a pretty good pitcher last season, so I think he'll be okay. The Metros, who are they missing? Injured list. Nobody. This is the first team I've gone to. All the AL teams have at least one injury. The Mets to have no injuries. Holy guacamole. If they can stay healthy, they're freaking kings. No injuries. Pittsburgh won the Central. St. Louis took second, but they didn't qualify. So the injured list, Babe Adams, torn UCL. Didn't really pitch that well, so it doesn't matter. Dave Parker, the Cobra, they're out for 3 weeks, and they're missing 111 RBIs from this guy. So that's going to be a bungle. The West, San Diego, LA, and San Francisco. San Diego, let's see their injured list. Luke Gregerson, shoulder inflammation. So, yeah, they lost a decent bullpen arm. So that's not bad. The Dodgers, injured list. They have 3 guys. Why is Pete Reiser orange? Well, strain former, he's day to day. So Reiser is there. Pee Wee Reese strained back out 1 to 2 weeks. So he didn't play much, but he might be a big addition. Fernando Valenzuela, oblique, 12-4. And they don't know when he'll be back. Whoa, that's a gigantic mistake. He was good. The Giants, playoff injured list, nobody. So the Giants also will have no injuries going into the playoffs. Only the second team I've found. And there's only 2 more teams left to watch. Washington and Cincy. Washington, 107 wins. Tim Raines, thumb ligament. He's out for 4 weeks. Well, that is terrible. You lose his speed in the playoffs. That is terrible. And meanwhile, Cincy, the last team of the 16, will keep our eyeballs on. Transactions. Injured list. Look at this. Barry Larkin, sprained ankle. We don't know if he'll be back. That's bad for Cincy. I mean, I look at the shortstop, and Dave Concepcion's the only shortstop left. So since he's missing out, Jeff Shaw has a herniated disc. He'll be back, so that might work. Jose Rijo, torn labrum. He only pitched 3 games. So, yeah. So, that's all I've got for this. I got to keep my eyeballs open for the upcoming schedule because that will determine which games I will be doing in what order. So, stay tuned for that. Anyway, the playoffs are coming up. I'm Jeff Diamond. Adieu.